Hi guys, so today we're just doing a good old brush follow-up to the brushes that I've been talking about that I did first impressions, and now that I've been using them for a while I have more feedback for you guys. And I'm actually doing them in order from my most favorite to, I wouldn't say least favorite, but maybe the least useful for me in my collection. So let's just get started. So this brush is just, every time I use it, it just seems to get better and better. And when I first bought it, it's the Sonia G Cheek Pro. It looked pretty much like the Designer Pro, and now that I've used and washed it, you can see it is much different. It's much fluffier, and the top is flatter than it was than when I first got it. So I've been using this for bronzer, with powder bronzer, and I wanted to show you guys what I've been able to do now that I have this brush. So before, I was not able to do like precise bronzing with powder. It would always come out too streaky or look very unnatural. But I'm using actually this new LYS matte bronzer that I've really been liking. But this brush, I think, really makes it so much better. So I've been using it too. I already have some on, but I'll show you guys what else it can do. So I've used it to kind of contour this area, and I'm going to kind of blend it out later. And then I kind of like take it up here, and then I use it to kind of get into the hairline. And the shape, it fits just perfectly under my cheekbone and up to the temple area, and it fits really easily right here. So I'm hoping you guys can see this. So I just do this, 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 and I've been able to get a very like contoured bronzer look. So this one, again, another Sonia G brush that I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for because I have so many of her cheek brushes, but I would say this one now has probably come close to the soft cheek brushes that I have here. It's just a more concentrated application, and I'm able to contour with it. I'm also able to apply blush in a more like concentrated fashion. So I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing that with the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Faded Clementine, which I'm really enjoying also. So I just kind of lightly pat, not too much because it really does apply a lot. So I've been able to get a little bit of a stronger blush application versus the soft cheek, which I still love also. I'll show you really quick how it compares to the soft cheek. So I'll use the newer version I have. So when you use this one, it just kind of, it's extremely diffused with this versus the Cheek Pro that provides a very precise and strong application. So I'm really impressed with this brush. I'm really glad I got it, and I've been using it every day. So Sonia G Cheek Pro. Now the next one that I've been really liking, and it's not for what I thought I was going to use it for, is the Koyudo BP014. So this is what it looks like. And I've tried it with concealer, I've tried it for powder, but what I've been using it most for is precise foundation application, and sometimes a little concealer, like if I have to put it here, or I have areas where I have more like hyperpigmentation and I want a little bit more coverage. So this is what I've been using this for. So it does have a side that's more slanted right here. So what I do is I pat that in my foundation, and then I just kind of like concentrate it in areas where I need more coverage, which is usually like this area right here and this area right here. So that's what I've been using this for. It's too fluffy for the under eye, and I've also been using it for cream blush, but it's a little small for me to be using it on this area. I prefer something a little bigger, such as the Wingos 12. So this one is just a little smaller, but when it does, it is a foundation brush, so it does work really well for foundation. It's just too small to be using like all over my face, but for little areas I've been really enjoying this brush. I've been using is the Chikuhodo GSN 9. So what I've been using this for is for packing on shimmer and also doing a lower lash line eyeshadow, kind of like a lighter application without having to do a lot of work. So I'm gonna use this Viseart. So I just kind of use it like this, and I sweep the shimmer onto my eyes. It doesn't provide a really strong shimmer application, but it's a very quick way to get shimmer onto your eyelids. And then something that I've really been enjoying it for is for like a dark shadow underneath the lower lash line. It's been really working really great for that, and it's very fast. It doesn't take a lot of blending or anything. So that's what I've been really liking this brush for, and I really appreciate that it's made out of these squirrel hair bristles, because it's so gentle, so it does not irritate the eye area when you're doing like lower lash line work. So that is the Chikuhodo GSN 9. Then finally is the Sonia G Worker Pro. So this is an amazing brush. The reason it's not like my #1 favorite is that it reminds me of my Hakuhodo S5523. It's very similar in shape, similar in density. It's just they're made out of different hairs. So this one's been working really great. I've also been using it for shimmer on the eyelid, but also for deepening the outer V area. So I'll use the Viseart. So it works really great for just providing more definition right here. And it's really, really good at blending out the edges, like right here. So that's what I've been using it for. So that's the Sonia G Worker Pro. I'm still getting to know this brush because I've only had it for, I think, not even 2 weeks now. So I'll probably talk about this a little bit more. But I am very impressed with this brush, because before I was using these Hakuhodo packing brushes, and I still do use them, but these brushes, you have to kind of go back and pick up shimmer pretty frequently, and because this brush is so much thicker, it picks up so much more product, so you just have to dip it once and it pretty much provides all the shimmer that you would need for an eye look. So I've really been using this for that, and I've actually started using this brush, the Hakuhodo S5523, that I kind of wrote off as a useless brush, but I've actually started to use that again. So, and then really quickly, just because I know a lot of people were interested in the new version of the Sonia G Soft Cheek brush. So I've been using pretty much primarily the newer version, which is this one right here, and this is the original version. So they are performing pretty similarly, but the original one still is fluffier, and this one, I think I've mentioned, is a little silkier. It has a little bit more flexibility than the original one, but I still stick with my first observation that this one, the original one, is much thicker and fuller, and I'm sure it has more bristles than the newer version, but still both really amazing brushes. But I can tell right away that this one is the original and this one is the newer one. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have for today. Coming up, I have more products that I've been getting, and I have 3 brushes that are on their way, so I'll be doing a first impressions kind of using some new products, hopefully, that I'm still getting used to. So that'll be my next video. Alright, thanks for joining me. See you all next time. Bye.